Hey there guys. The project for today that we're going to be working on is making some homemade lard soap. I've got my lard right here. I'll put the recipe up, just a real basic recipe. I figured out the mixture on brambleberry.com's lye calculator. I'll put a little link for it in the picture. Our additives that we're going to use is a little oatmeal and a little honey. We're just going to stay with the basic water though. We're not going to mix any milk in there. But obviously these are going to be added at trace. We'll show you when we mix them in. Here's my water, here's my lye, and I'm going to do a little test batch. I ground up some Irish Spring. I just wanted to see if I could put it in a couple small bars just to see if it adds a good scent. Got my safety stuff. Obviously I don't have the glasses right here, but I'll have some glasses on. I didn't have a stick blender, which seems to be what most people use. So I figured I'd go man style and hook up an old whisk to a drill. We'll see how that works. I used a scale, an accurate scale, to measure this out. And then we're going to be pouring it in this little soap mold I made. It's just real basic. I threw this together. You see that green paint? That's some more Home Depot coal lumber. So it was a little warped and stuff, but it worked good for my purposes. If you look in there, I just used some nails to basically pinch this board. And I just made it an expandable soap mold. This will be lined with plastic, and then when I get it to the size I want, just use that, clamp it in, and it'll be pretty stiff. So let's get some of these things mixed up. Okay, we're going to add the lye to the water as our first step. I put the water in this little mixing container, and then we'll just add it in real slow. Alright, well, we mixed our lye mixture, and it got probably over 200 degrees when it first started out, and it was really cloudy. You'll know it's done when it's clear, looking like water, but you need to let it cool either for an hour, or you can put it in a water bath to cool it down a little bit more. So we're going to start out by adding our lard. Again, this lard's probably about 110 degrees, 105, just enough where it'll be a liquid. We're going to add that into our bowl. Make sure we get it all. Obviously the measurements are important to make sure you don't have too much lye water with your lard. It'd be probably better to have a little more oil than lye. So we're going to put this in, and you should see it congeal a little bit. Kind of get like a milky substance. And then we're going to just keep mixing this until it looks like a real milky substance, and it's real thick, and then we'll add in our oatmeal and Alright, well, we're now about at trace, so basically that's when it just gets thick and you can draw your spoon or your mixer through, and you can still see the lines. So we're going to add our honey and oatmeal, our ground oats right now, and then we'll mix them in real good. Again, it was about a tablespoon of honey and 3 tablespoons of oats. Not scientific, but should be close enough. So we'll mix it in, and then once it's mixed, we're going to pour it in our mold. Alright, well, we've got our oatmeal and honey mixed in, and I actually mixed it in before I did my my experimental batch, so we're just going to go ahead and put it in this adjustable mold, and then if it fills up too much, I'll just expand my mold out a little bit until we got it about the right height that we want. Alright, so we've basically filled in our mold, but it is a little bit high, so basically I'm going to try out our adjustable feature. Take this clamp off, and hopefully you'll see that sit down just a little bit. We'll kind of smooth this out, and still think that might be just a tad high, so I'm going to pull that out a bit, and we'll just kind of adjust that, make sure we get all the pockets out of our plastic. Well, it's been about a day. not quite, maybe 16 hours or so, since we actually finished the soap, put it in our mold, wrapped it up, and let it sit overnight. It popped out of the mold really easily, the loaf did, and then this plastic peeled off the loaf really easily. So this is what we're left with. I just kind of shaved off the sides just to try to clean it up a bit. It's not perfect, but anyway, it's got a predominantly a soap smell, but you can smell just a little bit of oats and honey in there. It's not as much as I would have liked. I guess that's probably why you got to use fragrance or essential oils in the future, but I think it's going to do well. I think I need to wait about 3 or 4 weeks just to let the bars harden up before I really can get using them. But that's about it. It seems like it came out pretty well. I think the next one I want to try is a Castile soap. And that's the one that I will definitely try to do my test batch with these Irish Spring shavings like I was planning on doing this time, but obviously I forgot to do it. But anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.